Greetings, YouTubers. Um, for those that celebrated a little bit too much last night, today is still Revenge of the 5th. Oh, I crack me up. You know, if I can't appreciate my own humor, what's the point? So it is Sunday, May 6th, 2018. 5 days. 5 days till launch. Today I got pod 2 done. Pod 2 is done. Roof is on, clamped. It is, the glue is curing as we speak. And that's it. That's all I did today was complete pod 2. I'm going to cut the hole tomorrow. So now that I know that I have a complete enclosure, I was kind of waiting for that. Everything came together the way I had hoped that it did. I feel as confident about its weather worthiness as I do pod 1. And I know pod 1 has a little bit of water ingress, but I think I know where it's coming from and how to abate it. So yeah, tomorrow going to cut the hole. Going to do it a little different this time. Last time I used a vibratory saw. It was kind of cool, but it's kind of hard to get into the corners and stuff. So this time I'm going to drill in the corners from the inside, and then I'm going to go outside and sit on the pod deck, the base, and use my jigsaw with my solar and cut it. So that'll be done tomorrow, and then I can probably frame out the portal for pod 2 and you know, make it so that there's no jagged pieces of aluminum to get cut on and that kind of thing. That's what the framing out is for. That, and just kind of providing a little bit of structural support around that opening since I've removed all of that material. And then I think that I am going to leave the rest of the shelves as they are. I'm not going to do any more doors for now. I'm going to do them, but I'm just not going to do them before I leave. So I think I'm going to shift my efforts now towards the bathroom area. The main goal is to get a wall up so we have some privacy there, and get a light in there if I can. And what else? Oh, and then I want to build a platform up and cut a hole in the top to set the luggable loo in, because it's kind of tippy. If you go back and look at my earlier videos, you know, Rachel and I both talk about that aspect of the luggable loo. I mean, it's a great tool. You know, for the price, I think it was 19 bucks at Bass Pro Shop, which is, you know, they're usually kind of a high priced place. So we got it, you know, and I buy big bags of redwood shavings, cedar shavings, because they're kind of aromatic. So I get cedar shavings, and we put a scoop of that in a bag draped over the bucket, and it works great. I mean, we were camping in Quartzsite for 3 days on our way out here to California to do the build, and you know, it was great except for the tipping thing. So I'm gonna build a platform, drill a hole, put the bucket in it, and that'll abate some of the tipping issue. And then I'm gonna get us a door. And I keep putting my hand in front of my face. Oh no! Oh, and good news, man! I can't tell you how stoked I am. And not just stoked, but a little bit nervous, because I don't know if you looked back on some of my older videos. I mentioned that I'd written a book. My grandfather wrote a book too. I think I've mentioned that before as well. Bill Bailey Came Home is the title of his book. He wrote his memoirs, his memoirs about his travels. I think he was 13 or 14 when he ran away from home. And I think he was gone for 2 or 3 years. And it's about his exploits. He hopped trains and traveled the country, found odd jobs and fed himself. And I think he finally came home when he was 15, 16, 17, somewhere in that area, I guess. The title of the book is Bill Bailey Came Home, written by William Bailey. my grandfather. Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Song wasn't about him, but seems apropos. And then I've also written a book. It's science fiction. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a science fiction fan. Grew up on Star Trek back in the mid '60s. One of my favorite shows. Watched it without fail. And Star Wars. Still, I love science fiction, all of it. Some of my favorite authors were Robert Heinlein, Paul Anderson. What's his name? God, it's rough to get old. Don't ever do it. I can't remember his name. He's really a well-known author in it, and I'm just flabbergasted that I can't pull his name out of the hard drive right now. But he's known for his really detailed, descriptive writing. I mean, the threads on the bolt were United National Course, and it was 316 stainless steel, grade 8. I mean, he was just really detailed like that. What was his name? It's gone. Anyway. So anyway, I wrote a science fiction of my own. It's kind of an alter ego thing. And I lost it. I was transferring the data over to a thumb drive and thought I had it and went to look on the hard drive or the thumb drive after I had disconnected it and deleted the original file, and it wasn't there. It was corrupted. I couldn't retrieve it, and I tried. And I thought, it's gone, I found it last night. I was digging through some old archives, and I found a copy. I thought it was right around 50, 60,000 words. It's 70,000 words, depending on the pagination. Right now it's at about 400 pages. And it's post-apocalyptic story, kind of when I started rereading it again last night, and there's an uncanny number of parallels and things that fit into what it is that I am now doing, this exodus to nomadism. And I'd forgotten all of that. Some of the people that I've connected with, the descriptive information, the way that I'm living in the book, the way that I am living. This is my alter ego. I think my character is me. If only. I mean, he's like really buff, good-looking guy, nothing like me at all. And I found it. I was so stoked last night. So anyway, I thought that was great news. I found my book, and the thing that makes me nervous about it is that I'm afraid people are going to ask me to read it, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's something, anything creative is, exposes you. I mean, there's you that's kind of in that work, and you're taking something that comes from a really deep place and putting it out there in public. It's kind of scary. I used to paint and draw a lot too, and I have a published limited series lithograph that I tried to distribute on my own. Don't ever do that. Oh man, here you are taking, again, something that's like a piece of your soul, and you go into a gallery and you're all excited and everything. Look at my great little piece of work, and they take out their gun and they shoot you in the head and leave you bleeding on the floor. So anyway, found the book. I'm nervous about sharing it. I know people are going to ask, and honestly, I haven't decided whether or not it's something that I want to do. And what if my perceptions about the book are, like right now, I think it's kind of amateur. It needs work. I mean, I crammed everything in to it as quickly as I could before it evaporated from my head. I had the whole thing all fleshed out and got it down. So it's written really poorly, in my humble opinion. Even rereading it, I go, oh God, I can't believe I wrote that. So, so my opinion of the book is that even if it was good, trying to market it in today's economy, the chances are slim and none. But what if it's something good that was marketable and unique? The other part of it is that, well, I don't know if I want to go there. I don't. It's just got personal stuff in it. I mean, it's stuff you probably wouldn't recognize it as personal unless you knew me and you were talking to me and getting that information. But there's stuff in it that, I probably wouldn't share in an open forum kind of thing. So, but anyway, I'm stoked about finding the book. So that's my update for today. I'm going to get out of your ears. Bless you guys. I hope your weekend was fantastic. And, I hope that you have an excellent week going forward. Looks like the weather, at least here in California, is really going to be good next week. And for my travels up to the Long Valley Caldera. Anybody that's got input on some of the hot springs up there, I'd love to hear them. Sounds like there's a number of them up there. And, want to be in a place where I'm not going to be, I don't want to be in a place where local partiers come and raise Cain all night long and that kind of thing. I'm an old guy. I like to go to bed early when it gets dark, that kind of thing. So comments and questions and stuff about hot springs and subscriptions. I say this every day, and every day from my heart, I appreciate all of it. So, cross the 12-minute mark again. I don't know why this camera won't record more than 12 minutes. Oh well. I sooner or later I'm going to get out of all of this financial outlay, getting the bill done, and I'll have a little bit of extra cash. And I think high up on my list of things is I want to get some 12-volt chargers, like for my all of my Ryobi stuff, and I want to get a GoPro Hero 6, and I'd like to get the drone package. Some of the photography I've seen come out of that setup is just really been inspiring. So, all right, I said I was going to get out of your ear. I turn the camera back on and I start talking again. All right, appreciate you guys. Bless you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll give you an update tomorrow after I cut the hole. The second hole. Yes. Later.